And I know Justin is very busy, so we'll try and make these quick this morning. Not a lot of big items on here.
Well, yeah, well, I appreciate that, but we'll make sure that, we address anyone's questions or concerns. I appreciate it, but this is important as well. So
I just want you guys to know I'm working on a new board member whose name is Justin. Just so you guys know.
What's his last name?
I'm not sharing that yet. I just want you to know that.
Oh, it's already live streaming, so
Okay.
go ahead.
great. All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is All right. Good morning, everybody. Today's January 21st, 2022. I'd like to call the order of the Troy IDA meeting. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the December 17th, 2021 meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Stephanie, do we have a second?
A second.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Great. Second item on the agenda, Steve, the executive director's report.
I think I have two items. I'll deal with them under old business.
Okay. So moving on to the third, appoint treasurer.
And that should actually probably say appoint chief financial officer. So when we redid our enabling legislation with the state, which was approved recently, we removed Andy Petrowski, the comptroller, as the treasurer. And we need to add in a CFO here, somebody who also will be signing checks. And because he's doing that for the CRC, I asked Albert if he would be interested, and he said he would, even though he couldn't attend. But so I guess Justin Miller, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all I need is probably a resolution to appoint Albert Watson as the chief financial officer and authorize for him to be added as a signatory on accounts. Did I do that all right, Justin?
Which Justin? I'm sorry.
Yes, you, Justin Miller.
I just had you on mute. I apologize. I was stuck with another call. What was the question?
Okay, no, I'm just looking for a resolution to appoint Albert Watson as the chief financial officer and authorize him to sign checks.
Yes. The question
We
is
just
that
need
what we
a
need?
vote about. And as a point of order, just because we have 5 today, we need all 5. So the IDA's bylaws require at least 5, no matter what kind of quorum you have. So, but yeah, that's a fine motion, and that would allow the transition of accounts and oversight for the IDA as approved under the statutory amendment that we had approved late last year.
Okay. So with that being said, we will need 5 approvals. We do have 5 members today. Does anyone have any questions or concerns before I bring this to vote? Okay. Do we have, we're going to need 5 approvals, 5 motions to appoint Albert Watson as the CFO of the IDA. I guess I'll just call out names just so see if we get 5. So I'll start with you, Stephanie, since you're the first on the screen.
Oh, yes.
Stephanie. Jim?
Aye.
Susan?
Aye.
Latasha?
Yes. Aye.
Steve?
I don't vote here. I'm on the LDC.
Okay.
You.
Me? Yes. All right.
Do we have a motion in a second?
No, we didn't. Do we?
So I think we should probably have a motion and a second to appoint Albert as the chief.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Stephanie,
I'll
motion. We have a second. Susan, great. And then we had all 5 members vote yes to appointing Albert Watson as the new CFO for the IDA.
All right.
So Steve, you'll work on the resolution with Justin Miller?
I think we just get it in the minutes and that
Okay.
works.
Yeah, we're fine in the minutes. There'll be some follow-up transitioning signature cards and accounts with the city controller's office, and Albert and Mary Ellen, I think, team up going forward for monthly financial reports, and he can kind of oversee her as the the paid consultant, the outside accountant firm.
Great. All right. Next item, Steve, old business.
Okay, just two items quick. The first is we've authorized funding for wayfinding. I mentioned at the last meeting that we went out to bid. The bids came in higher than anticipated, so we're regrouping on that. And it was considerably more than between us and the Troy redevelopment fund money. So we're working on how to move forward with that. So for now, that money remains in a special account. But I'll update you as that goes forward. And we are anticipating, hopefully at the next meeting, I believe City Station North might be back for an amendment to their pilot, some modification possibly. I'm not sure yet, but I'll anticipate seeing that next month. And that's it for old business.
Great. Any new business to discuss?
We do. We have online with us is Morris Friedman. If you remember, we approved originally the St. Augustine School for a pilot in mortgage recording and sales tax exemptions as well. He's applying right now for a bridge loan in the amount of $800,000. And so we had originally approved 30,000 in exemptions on the mortgage recording. This will trigger another 10,000 in exemptions. So there's an attached resolution in your package that's just to allow for the additional $8,000 in exemptions to be provided with the bridge loan closing. And if you have any questions, I mean, Morris is online. If not,
8 or 10, Steve, was it, you said 8 or 10,000?
it's the total tax is 10,000 and the exemption is 8,000 of that 10. So it's an $8,000 exemption.
Hey, I apologize, Chair.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time finding the agenda. I can see them, I can see all the financials, but I'm having a hard time seeing any of the agenda that's I'm trying to pull up on my other computer. Danae, can you help me out?
Jim, here, I'll try to forward this to you right now.
There it is. Okay.
I apologize. I'm looking through my email. I don't seem to have it. Either I'm missing it or
Yeah,
just
you
can't
should've-
find it.
And so there's the resolution, the supplemental resolution that she's going through right now, but that was in your package that was sent out.
Yeah.
And again, it's just authorizing the additional $8,000.
You know, I don't get packages, but I would like to in the future get printed package if I could.
Okay,
I'm not a very techie guy.
there you're gonna probably get, well, we'll try and get them out in time in a timely manner for you. I know in this instance,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for Morris regarding this request for an additional $8,000 exemption on mortgage recording tax?
I do have a question for Morris, but it's not about the $8,000.
All right.
Morris, how are you? Jim Gully.
Fine, how are you? Nice to talk
I'm
to you.
very good. As you know, we invited you up to one of our neighborhood meetings, but unfortunately you are not able to make it. I would love it if you would take time to come over, introduce yourself, talk about your project with our neighborhood meeting that's coming up either this month or next month, and allow the residents there to get a feel for what you're doing, because everybody has questions and they're all curious. And I know the building's starting to look beautiful, and I want to say thank you for cleaning up that parking lot and cutting down those weeds, because it looked pretty horrific there for a while. So thank you for cleaning all that up.
For sure.
And I look forward to meeting you. So I hope that you'll accept our invitation to come down and say hello to the people of Lansingburg.
I was waiting, actually. Maybe it's my mistake. I thought you were going to send me in when the next meeting is. That's what I spoke to you last time.
Yes, we do the
Thought
meeting
you were
every
gonna let me
second
know when the
Tuesday.
Every second Tuesday.
I
So
will
let's see,
check.
when is the next one?
I will check
Oh,
with
send it to
the
me.
the
Yeah.
second Tuesday in February. Listen, I will check with the manager who runs it, Tony Buchanan. I will have him reach out to you if you could just possibly send me. I think I have it somewhere, but I've got your email address. But I'll find a way to communicate with you. But we'd be honored to have you
For
up there.
sure, for
We're
sure.
really excited about what you're doing on that corner.
For sure, it will be my pleasure. I told you that time I wasn't able, but I thought you're going to send me the next one when it is in. I'll try to make it. So just let me know, either one, or like in one of the, I'll try to make it as soon the next one or the next second meeting. I should be
Beautiful.
able to attend.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Great. Morris, just a question. How come there's this request right now? Did the bridge loan change? I just don't remember all the specifics about the original request, and then now the additional $8,000 being requested to be exempted.
Original, because we're going now for a bridge loan, and because the project is not complete yet, so we're not going for a final financing. So for the same lenders giving us another 800,000 for like a bridge loan till we'll get final renter out the apartments.
Are the
That's
apartments
after the
done?
mortgage. It is, let's say, like the big building, I would say, is done almost 100%. The second one, the convent, is not 100%. The convent, I would say, I would consider it 75% done.
And the 800,000 is going to be used for what, did you say?
The $800,000 is going to be, we have to pay off a certain amount of the loan, and then we have outstanding money that we still have to complete to pay off for the project. So we still have to finish up the next building. The next
Okay.
building is not like only 75% done.
Gotcha. Were there any like cost overruns or anything like that?
Yeah, of course. We got through COVID, everything went skyrocket. Nothing what we expected. Everything cost much more, and we got delayed with employees. This didn't come in, that guy didn't come in, and we were paying interest. An example, for 3 months we were not working. COVID had stopped us work 3 months. We're still paying the interest. Everything went much differently than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still doing the project. We're still like pushing into it.
Gotcha. And when do you
It
think
was
that?
really.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It will really help us out. Everything help us out to complete it.
When do we think it'll be 100% completed?
I'm hoping I'm going for June. The end of June, July. I'm hoping to be 100% completed. I would say another 6 months. Be 100% completed. And we got to do the outside. The landscaping is not done yet. We got to do that at the summertime. Behind the parking lot, we're planning to do nice landscaping in there. I know it's clean up, but we want to do it with grass and some picnic tables.
Oh, yeah.
We want to do it really attractive for the tenants.
And I would just add, we're seeing this everywhere with escalating costs, and obviously the delays in timing. So this bridge loan is, it's an additional cost, and the taxes on it, are an unanticipated expense on top of everything else. So that's why I would recommend we approve this.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions or comments regarding this request? All right. So then, do we have a motion to approve an additional $8,000 of mortgage recording tax exemption?
I'll make the motion.
Stephanie, do we have a second?
A second.
I'll second.
Jim? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. All right, Morris, well, I appreciate that, and best of luck with the project.
Thank you very much. And let me know when the next meeting is. For sure, between the next meeting or the next out of it, I will definitely make a point to be there.
Fantastic. I'll do that, Morris. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Everybody, all the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Next item, financials, Mary Ellen?
Okay, the first report is the statement of financial position.
As of 12/31, our total assets are $303,680.36 with $130,600.59 in cash. We have $2,421.56 in liabilities. So our fund balance is $301,258.80. The most significant changes to the statement of financial position is that the IDA paid back the $10,000 bond and that the management fee was paid, which reduced our cash.
Great.
The next report is a statement of activity. And for the month of December, we have a deficit of $3,309.59. The unaudited results for the year is that we have a deficit of $137,000. And the most significant expense was the management fee.
And just remind me again, what was the management fee for?
That is to pay for the city's help, both with payroll and supplies and use of its facilities and.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyone have any questions regarding the financials? All right. Do we have a motion to approve the financials?
I'll
Motion.
make the motion.
Sound like Jim
Sue?
first. Do we have a second? Sue?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Great. Thanks, Mary Ellen. I think that might conclude the meeting. So we have a motion to adjourn.
Wait, don't adjourn yet.
Okay.
Sorry, and my space bar wasn't working. I hate that. I do have some things I needed to discuss under executive director's report. I apologize. I went back and looked at my notes and then there were 3 of them. The first is New York Geo. As you know, we're working on this district geothermal project with the LDC and with the city, looking for a grant right now from NYSERDA to create a geothermal energy system. And in the Riverfront Park area to feed a lot of the buildings in that area. And as part of that, I'm just joining New York Geo, which has great conferences. It's a $250 membership. So I'd like to just put on the record that I'm going to join that. And they have a conference on April 27th and 28th. And it's right here in the capital region. It's $399 a person. So I would like to register for that with 2 memberships so Dylan and I can both go to that. And that was it that I forgot to mention before. So I don't know if I need an approval or if it just goes on the record, Justin Miller.
It's fine reading that in the minutes as long as you have an approval. It's fine.
Okay. So we will, anyone have any questions regarding this New York Geo? All right. Do we have a motion to approve Steve moving forward with the membership, which will be $250 on an annual basis, I'm assuming?
Yes, and I'll come back next year for it again. But for
So $250 for 2022 for the membership, and then approval for 2 people to attend the NYSERDA meeting in the capital region on April 27th and 28th.
It's actually the New York Geo Conference on in Schenectady.
Okay, New York Geo Conference for $400 per person and 2 people attending that. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Jim, do we have a second? Latasha, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great.
Thank you. And I'm sorry about forgetting that at the beginning.
You're fine. All right, anything else to add?
No.
Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn the IDA meeting today?
I'll make a motion.
Jim, do we have a second?
I'll
Stephanie?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. All right. Good to go to jump in the other one?
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to call the order of the Troy CRC meeting. Today is January 21st, 2022. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the December 17th, 2021 board meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Sue, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Stephanie, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Steve, anything on the executive director's report?
Nothing in the executive director's report or old business. Under new business, pardon me for taking, for moving forward with this. Under
No,
new
no.
business, there's 2 items there that's funding requests. And the Central Lansingburg Historic District is, I'm going to remove that, but just so that everyone knows, the city did an RFP out for that to create a historic district in Lansingburg. We selected Neil Larson Associates to do that. It is underway, and they recommended making the district larger than what we had originally put in the RFP. The New York State Historic Preservation Office has agreed that it should be the newer, larger size, which will require an additional $5,000. The city council needs to approve that. And actually what I'm going to do, instead of, I'm trying to get that $5,000 from the Troy Redevelopment Foundation, because they're already funding $9,800 of the project. So this may come back next month, and that's, you can see basically the district there, but this may come back next month unless the TRF funds it, in which case it won't come back next month. Okay, the item 4 on the agenda, the future of small cities. So we have done over the course of the last year, we've been working very closely with Rafe Larson and the future of small cities. If you remember, we were a sponsor of a conference, a well-attended conference on the future of small cities. And we also were a recipient of a $15,000 grant from Siemens to them, which happened a few months back for the creation of this Focus Living Labs and ongoing programming. So just Dylan Turek's online, and I'll have him speak in just a minute, but we have been with CMOS, the state museum, leaving Troy and going to Saratoga. Dylan jumped in and reached out to the Saratoga Museum to get a remote center here. And so that's going to be in the on 3rd Street at the former county building in conjunction with Focus Labs. And they're doing some fit ups right now in that building and looking for some funding. They are also a future potential partner in Monument Square as well. This is a temporary space for 2 years. So Dylan can talk more about the funding, but they're looking for $15,000 from the CRC. So Dylan, you want to describe it better than I did?
I mean, that was pretty good, but I appreciate it. Hi, everybody. So as Steve mentioned, we've worked with Rafe before in the Future of Small Cities Institute. It's like a quasi think tank, essentially. But it's really headed by one guy, Rafe Larson, who's a New York Times best-selling author, et cetera, on urbanism. Essentially, it's a partnership between RPI, the city of Troy, the LDC has a role in this as well as a CRC, Siemens, the technology company, and now the Children's Museum of Saratoga. In light of what happened with CMOS folding and basically getting folded into Saratoga for a new facility, we had at one point helped them get a $600,000 CFA that they're taking with them to Saratoga. So it made sense that we reached out to them and said, hey, look, like, you know, we still need a presence here in Troy. They've been a great partner. And so they're working with us right now to figure out how to occupy first a temporary space at the AI Center of Excellence. And then after that, eventually they'll be moving into One Monument Square. At least that's the plan. So just so you guys know, I'm sorry, I hear questions. No, okay. So
Didn't
just,
hear anything yet.
oh, I'm sorry. The microphone's super sensitive. So the first exhibit, which would hopefully be open this spring, and that's what the fit up is for, is going to be on the Hudson Riverfront and the future of riverfronts in small cities along the Hudson. It's being built out by an architecture class and a exhibit architecture class in RPI, Michael Oatman's class, and all of the exhibits that will be basically running over the next couple of years will all be sponsored by individual companies that have their stakeholders in this, either through technology or through policy, that type of thing. So this is for the actual physical location to get finished up so they can have the exhibits. So the first one again is on the Hudson Riverfront. The second one will be on the future of main streets throughout the city, small cities, I should say. And then the third one will be on energy. So all of these topics have to do with Troy and the things that we're trying to do here in Troy. And so it's a way for us to showcase to people in the public everything that we're trying to basically work on. It's a way to almost market how well, I shouldn't say how well, but how we're trying to move forward as a city and some of the aspirations and ways we can be more sustainable and also more economically viable and lucrative.
Thanks, Don. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think it's great to always invest in our city, our community. So, but does anyone have any questions for Steve or Dylan regarding these two funding requests?
One funding request.
One funding request for the future of small cities. Okay. Anyone have any questions regarding that? All right, then we'll make do we have a motion to approve? I think it was $15,000 for the future of small cities project.
I'll make a motion. Sue?
Sue, do we have a second?
A second.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Great. All right, so that was that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Dylan. Next item are the financials. Mary Ellen?
Okay, the first report is a statement of financial position. And as of 12/31, our total assets are $511,379.59. With all of that in cash, we have no liabilities, so our fund balance is $511,379.59. Most significant change to statement of financial position is that the IDA paid back the bond for $10,000. So that's no longer there.
Great.
The next report is a statement of activity. And for the month of December, we have a deficit of $2,185.25. And the unaudited results for the year is that we have a deficit of $59,137.
Great. Thanks, Mary Ellen. Anyone have any questions regarding the financials for Mary Ellen? All right. Do we have a motion to approve the financials?
Motion.
Jim, do we have a second?
Second.
Stephanie, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Great. Steve, just to confirm, before we make a motion to adjourn, is there any new or old business or anything else you wanted to add?
I'll double check. No, nothing this time.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn the CRC meeting today?
I'll make the motion.
Stephanie, do we have a second?
Second.
Latasha, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Stay warm. It's supposed to be cold
I agree.
today and tomorrow.
Take care, guys.
Take care.